This is the model blower that I'm working on. They all should be fairly similar. I've already had it apart. I figured I'd show this because it's just a trick that I picked up here. I bought this kit at Lowe's. This came with a big pile of string here. I'm going to reuse my old handle because it's a lot smaller. Anyway, you can get this. I think it was like $4 for this kit here. That doesn't help you much, but you can get this at Lowe's, Arnold brand. Anyway, so to take it off, you'll take screws off all the way around. There's also one right down here by the gas tank will come off. Also undo your spark plug there. Got this one here. One hand in this thing. Okay. So that'll come off like that. Phillips head. Of course, I've already taken these screws off too. The starter itself is only held on by 4 screws, as you can see. That comes off. 4 screws there. Again, there's that other screw there to get this whole thing off. You'll have this last screw going through here. Once that's off, you're pretty much done with that. Everything you need is right within here. I'm going to show you some, just a quick way to be able to get this thing back together here, make it easy on you. So remove this Phillips head here. You can use Phillips or a flat head on that. Remove this little retainer off here. Now when you go to pull this out, you can try to, if you can lean it up and maybe get a hold of the rope that broke off, you could probably run that back through and tie it back off. You're only going to lose maybe that much off that, and you could try that. If not, when you go to pull this out, what you got to be careful about doing, I'll show you. You might have the metal coiling, which is the spring, come loose, and I'm here to show you what you can do with all that and how you can get around that. So if you go to get this off, if you can get it off gently, the coiling should stay in here, but a lot of times you get this mess right here and think, oh gosh, this can be a lot of fun. It's not that big of a deal. I'll just show you here. You pull it all out, and what this is one big long. You end up with this mess here. And it kind of you kind of freak out a little bit here, but go into this piece right here, and then the inside hook is going to mount into the little slot right there. So what you want to do, you want to spin this thing down. And you got to hang on to it. It's a little bit of a pain, but you want to just keep spinning it down until it gets the size to fit into that cap. Just keep pulling it till you get it all circled up here. Just keep doing it until you get it down to what'll fit inside that cap. Do it as small as you need to do it, because you're going to eventually do all this. You'll get it tighter once you get it wound up. So what you want to hook is this outer one into that hook right there. That's designed for that. And once you get it, just twist it into place. And you might have to mess with it a few times, but you want to get it to let me get a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller there. And you got to hang on to it because it gets kind of tight. And once you have it in there, now you've got it loaded in place. So you just got to you got to hang on to it. It may pop out a few times, but then you want to take it. There's a little slit in there where that hook's going to go on, and make sure that's nice and straight. So now you'll be able to see that view right there where you got the hook right there. It should sit there on its own under its own tension. Just kind of line it up. You can kind of see through the window. You'll see the hook, and you're going to line it with that little piece. It's kind of hard for me to show it. But I set that hook over that little cutaway, and you'll know if you got it because you're starting to get tension. You start turning it so it'll stay into place. You put this piece back in. This slides in like that, and go ahead and retain. This way you don't have to worry about the spring popping back out. Get that retained. Then you just grab this, I hold this by the middle. I start twisting the case counterclockwise. Just hang on to it. Just keep running it backwards. And I put a little blue line on there. I think it was about 9 complete revolutions around, but you'll get to where it gets really kind of hard to hold. You want to get it all the way back, or it won't bring the cord all the way in when you go to crank it. I just keep doing that around till it gets tight. Okay, so now I've got it pretty tight, and it's kind of hard to hold. So I've got my thumb pressed here. And you want to have it this square lined up with that hole, because you got to run that through this. So I'm going to try to run this through here. Hole right there. It helps if you've got some little hemostats. You can kind of work it through there. Just kind of keep pushing it through there. See how it's poking out the hole there? And I'll just grab it and pull it through. Just pull it through like that. Now, don't forget this guy here. You put your hemostats there, then you can leave it. It's got the pressure on there. And just come around here at this end. I'm gonna get rid of that. Run that through your handle there. I didn't use the one that came with the kit. It was just too big. I wanted to have the original one back on there. Alright. You want to kind of melt that back up so it's all nice and it's not going to unravel on you. Slide that back into your handle. And the moment of truth here, we'll let this off and it should just retract on back in. And there you go. Then you just reverse order, put it back together. But that's it. This is the model I worked it on. Good luck.